It's the Cookie Jar, and it's Super Bowl edition of the Cookie Jar. It's brought to you by Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. You guys notice this trend? Super Bowl commercials already out. How do you feel about it, John?
I actually kind of like it because it's when I get a chance to see them. I don't normally see the Super Bowl commercials during the Super Bowl.
What are you doing during the commercials?
Well, I'm usually catching up on the previous football that was played.
You're like rewinding and going back through
Reviewing
it?
tapes and
Grinding
taking
tape.
notes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the chess match that is the game, and
Does
I want to see
anybody like watching with you? Like
No.
everybody else in the house is like, John, we just want to watch
the game.
Yeah, and the commercials.
Yeah, it takes a unique individual to watch a game with me, and they don't live with me.
I don't love that all of the commercials come out before the game. For me, one of the things I enjoy watching during the Super Bowl is the commercials. So I don't want to be disappointed, or I don't want to already know what's going to happen, because I like watching them then. So it doesn't necessarily bother me. I'm just not watching them yet. I'm going to wait for the game.
It makes said commercials a tune-out when they air during the game.
Sure.
I've already seen them. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do something else.
I don't like it at all, and it's just kind of a sign of society and needing things now instead of just waiting for it to happen. Plus, I think it's more enjoyable when you're with a group of people to watch them.
The point of them being Super Bowl commercials was we were all going to see them for the first time during the Super Bowl. Otherwise, they're just ads that happen to run during the Super Bowl that you've already seen.
Well, they're just not as good as they used to be.
Well, that's
so,
some of it. But
yeah.
I get why companies do it. They just want to, I mean, if they're paying all this money to make the spot and air the spot, they want to get as much airtime out of it as they can and as much social media buzz as they can. I just hate that it takes away from them being a spotlight of the Super Bowl. All right, your next question. F, marry, kill. We haven't done one of these in a while. Potato skins, sliders, pigs in a blanket.
This one was fairly easy for me because I don't like pigs in a blanket. So I put those. It depends on the blanket.
You don't like the little weenies?
No. I'll leave that one alone.
I wonder if they're bigger.
What's that?
What if they're
Again,
bigger?
it depends on the blanket. If it's a croissant, then no, I don't want it. If it's wrapped in more swine, like a slice of bacon, then it moves it up the list. I'll marry sliders. I could eat those all day, every day. And I'll have potato skins, especially since they're shaped like footballs. And we know at Costa's Super Bowl party, he's going to have the football theme.
Yeah, this is pretty easy for me. I'm also going to kill the pig in a blanket. They're gross. I want nothing to do with them. I'm going to marry potato skins.
Of course you will.
And I'll
Yeah,
add
but your
sliders.
potato skins won't have bacon on them. So
They won't, but they're just for me. So it doesn't.
Oh, so you're the
You
only
don't
one in
need
your
to like
house.
my potato skins.
What
I'm
about
the one
Colin?
marrying it.
If it's going to be
I'm
in your
marrying.
house,
I can marry whatever type of potato skin I'd like to marry, and it does not need to have bacon.
Sounds like we might have some varying differentiation on one of these. Now, they say men marry their mothers. I will marry one of my mom's go-to dishes. I know it by its Polish name, gołąbki. Those are pigs in a blanket. I will F sliders. I will kill potato skins. It's nothing against the man. You're just the third out of three out of these.
I'm going to kill the pigs in a blanket. I'm aligned with John here. F the potato skins, although I could kill those as well. I'm just not a big fan of potato skins.
oh really?
Wow.
And
Done
then
right. They're wonderful.
Marry the sliders.
Okay.
Sliders are more than just a Super Bowl. That's a marry.
Yeah.
Marry the sliders. Kill pigs in a blanket. F potato skins. If the Lions ever make a Super Bowl, would you avoid or embrace a party?
Again, I think everyone would avoid a party with me because they're not going to like how I watch a game. So I would certainly avoid. Plus, I don't want stupid, useless conversation. Oh, what happened there? I don't want to have to explain the entire game to you. I just want to watch the game. Stop talking.
Let's party. I would love to have a party. Not a huge party. I'm not talking like a big bash. But yeah, I think if the Lions are in the Super Bowl, we're getting together with friends. We're going to have great food and drinks and camaraderie, and we're going to celebrate together. Yeah, let's party.
Embrace? Dog, I've told Sarah that if the Lions make a Super Bowl, we are hosting a party.
I would do a party, but it would have to be smaller, like Sarah or like Sarah, like Heather said. Why did I do that?
Because you just brought up Sarah. That's why.
that was
Hey,
it.
you want to
Yeah,
party
but-
with Sarah?
But jeez, what an idiot!
John,
Sorry,
we'll
Greg.
lose your invite, by the way.
What's the question again?
Embrace or avoid.
Yeah.
Embrace a family party, like to
Went back
be
to the F, Marry, Kill.
be with the family if they win. Now it would suck if they lost. I think it would make it worse.
Like Tom said, I'll embrace a party with Greg's wife. No,
She's a good time.
I'm sure she is, Greg. No, I would avoid a party if the Lions were in a Super Bowl. I don't want the noise and the distractions.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a mess, a mental wreck for that game.
Soon as it's done and they win, that's when the party starts.
Yes. All right, 3 options. Play the Super Bowl on Saturday, make the Monday after a holiday, or keep it the way it is.
I would prefer it on a Saturday. As a fan, give me the Super Bowl on a Saturday. That allows me to prepare all day long, and then I get a day to recover. I get a day to, to just sit there and bask in what the Super Bowl was. But for what we do, I don't want to have that gap. Keep it the way it is. Play it on Sunday. That way we get the first dibs at talking about it on Monday morning.
I mean, make the day after a holiday. Then you got a short work week, too. Heck yeah, that sounds great.
Heather, you're almost convincing me. Stop whining. Leave it the way it is.
Well, Saturday's not an option. It's just not in the real world of ad revenue. Sunday night is prime time versus Saturday night.
You don't think people would watch on Saturday night?
More people would go out, and it's a proven thing. Sunday night is crucial for ad revenue. That's why they put these games all at 6:30 in the playoffs.
Okay, this is not about all the reasons why. Just what do you want?
Try to live in a real world. I've been on this wagon. I think I was the originator of this idea.
Oh, wow.
It's been so long. At least 10 plus years. Put it on President's Day, the Sunday before. Enough said, you don't need to make a holiday.
Like John said, selfishly for what we do,
Yeah, keep
I
it
like
Sunday.
coming in Monday and taking the first crack at it as a fan. Who doesn't want an extra day off?
Yeah.
All right, last question. Best and worst Super Bowl of your life?
All right, so I'm sure there'll be some disagreement on this. Maybe not for the best. Everybody's going to have their own. But the best one that in my lifetime that I enjoyed the most, Super Bowl 43, Pittsburgh and Arizona. And it was the fact that it came down to the very last minute, and it was a heroic play by both Ben Roethlisberger and Santonio Holmes. I love the James Harrison, rumbling, stumbling, 100 yards, interception return. That's my best. My worst, Super Bowl 48. And it happened to include one of the participants in this year's Super Bowl, Seattle and Denver. The bad snap by former teammate of mine, Manuel Ramirez, to start the game off. It was an absolute blowout. It was 22-0 at halftime in favor of Seattle. It was 36-0 before Denver even scored. That, to me, is the worst Super Bowl.
Greg?
So we definitely, I think, interpreted this differently. You are asking what is the best and worst Super Bowls of my life. Best Super Bowl, I'm going to say Super Bowl 31 is when the Packers beat the Patriots. Had the best Super Bowl logo, by the way. And the worst Super Bowl was 27 when the Cowboys made me cry.
I'm going with 43 as well. The Harrison play, the Fitzgerald electric touchdown to go ahead, and the Holmes play. Although 32 is sneaky when the Packers lost to the Broncos. That was a phenomenal game from start to finish, and Favre had a ball with a chance to win. One of the worst that is the only one I went to, 37. But I don't think anything tops Super Bowl 50, and was played in the same stadium as this year, SoFi. Denver, Carolina. That game was awful.
John, I hate that we agreed because I have the same best and worst Super Bowls.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
My best is Super Bowl 43. The James Harrison play is one of the iconic plays in the history of the Super Bowl. Then to have that game end with a buzzer beater touchdown, Santonio Holmes. Yeah. And by the way, that was in high school. Got all my football teammates. We're watching the game together. So it's not just the game, it's also who you're with. The worst, John, not only was that Super Bowl a blowout, Super Bowl 48, it was billed to be so much more. So the letdown factor, I have Peyton Manning pre-neck fusion, Well, he had the neck fusion, but he hadn't fallen off.
Right.
And he was setting records. You had a record-setting Denver Bronco offense going up against the Legion of Boom. Great offense, great defense, and the game's over before it even starts. That was the worst Super Bowl.
You know the one cool thing, too, about 43, too? It was the last one that Madden called.
Yes.
Which one was that?
The 43.
Steelers Cardinals. The one I considered for best Super Bowl, the first overtime we ever had. The 28-3 comeback. But it wasn't a great game from start to finish.
Yeah.
Anyway, as your cookie jar, it's 97-1.